Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel. Tap the notification bell. I would appreciate it majorly. This couple was killed basically overnight at 1:15 in the morning, Saturday, which is today. Just late last night into the early morning hours, a 911 call was placed by a neighbor in a very suburban type middle class neighborhood in West Jordan, which is basically part of Salt Lake City. I mean, there's West Jordan there, there's Salt Lake City. I guess that's considered outside of it. I don't know that it's part of it. It was West Jordan is where where they lived with three kids. And the two of them were both killed, shot and killed. The three kids were all okay. Basically sleeping as this was unfolding. So 911 call was placed to the police, West Jordan police, around 1:15 a.m., or they arrived there at 1:15 a.m. in the morning. The neighbors reported hearing a woman scream or some kind of fighting going on, and a woman scream, and then hearing a gunshot. When the police got there, nobody answered the front door. They went around to the back door and found a male who turned out to be Tony Butterfield. It's Tony and Kate Butterfield, or Katherine Butterfield. The man in the backyard, shot and already killed. And I think they saw from the back that the home, they saw signs of forced entry, and they actually saw movement inside of the home. And I believe that might have been the children, because the mother or wife had also been shot and killed. It's not clear. They both had been shot at least once. And the police, Sergeant Holt, who gave a press conference here, only speaking to just one reporter, right there, basically describing everything that happened or what they know so far, described that there's signs of a struggle inside the home, and they believe that either suspect or suspects, was possibly stabbed in the struggle by, quite likely, by the male husband, father, Tony Butterfield, who was shot and killed. But he apparently maybe used a knife from his own home, trying to fight off the individual or suspects. We don't know if it's one or two persons who fled in a vehicle. And no description was given of a vehicle, and no description of a suspect. They're following up on some leads, but they don't have much of an idea, or at least they weren't communicating who might have done this. I mean, that's kind of what is draws my curiosity so much to this story, is like, why was this couple chosen for this particular home invasion? And in this press conference, which was reported here, he basically explains that they don't have any idea what the motive was. And the reporter actually asks him, is it gang related? And he says there's no indication that it is, and they just don't know. And that's what, again, I'm curious, why did whoever it is who did the home invasion and ended up killing this couple, why did they choose this particular home? I mean, why did they pick this home out of all the homes in this very suburban type middle class neighborhood? There's no, this couple has no prior history of criminal complaints or anything like that to this particular home, which is that's to the best of my knowledge, that's the home where they live and own. They own that home. It's just a nice little, single family home in the neighborhood. So Holt, the sergeant, said this case isn't like other home invasions where the occupants are killed by someone trying to take drugs or money. Aside from ruling that out, police haven't determined the suspect's motive. But they do believe that the suspect or suspects was wounded in the struggle and remains at large. They have, like I said, they have three children, three very young children from ages 4 to an infant. They already have, there's a GoFundMe page set up for them, and their family, the family members of the couple, the kids are staying with family members, have basically asked for privacy, more or less. I mean, that's what is in this post here that's from the West Jordan Police Department. After, the families of Tony and Katherine Butterfield are devastated by the sudden passing of their loved ones. Tony and Katherine were incredibly Christ-like, kind, happy, and loving parents, children, siblings, and friends. We mourn their loss, but are grateful for the sure knowledge we have that we will be with them again. We hold no ill will towards the perpetrators and pray for them. We ask for prayers for Tony and Katherine's 3 sweet children, as well as for the many, many people who love Tony and Katherine. We appreciate and are overwhelmed. We are appreciative and overwhelmed with the outpouring of love and support we have received. So, in the GoFundMe page that they established, that somebody set up for them, probably a family member or friend. It says Tony and Katherine were young and in love for several years before they both served LDS Latter-day Saints missions and married shortly after they both returned from their service. They created a beautiful family and a wonderful life for their 3 children, with the most recent addition arriving just 6 months ago. Wow, so a 6-month-old, and a 4-year-old. We don't know how old the middle child is. And there's pictures of them on her Facebook page. He didn't have a Facebook page, and it looked as though she worked as the business manager for his lawn and landscape business. That's what it seemed he began. And this is from not about 4 years ago. Like this GoFundMe page mentions that they, returned from Latter-day Saints LDS missions and then got married and started a family. These pictures are basically begin, I think, from that point on. But like I said, it looked as though he started a lawn and landscape business, and she was the business manager of the of that business. And I was, it's already, that it's the business for the that he, I think, started, Electric Blue Yards. There's already something up there on the webpage, basically, stating that the owner and his wife were killed, and the 3 kids are okay with the family at this time. Police have no leads on the suspects. The suspects may have sustained a knife wound during the altercation. If you have any information, please contact West Jordan Police at 801-256-2000, and then it directs you to the GoFundMe page. But this just happened at 1 in the morning, 1:15 in the morning, today, this same Saturday. So, but that's pretty much the extent of everything that's been reported. So, Sergeant Jade Holtz with West Jordan Police said the suspect got away in a car. Holt could not provide a description of the vehicle. He said the suspects may have a knife wound. Holt said a neighbor called 911 at 1:15 a.m. Saturday reporting gunshots and a woman screaming. Police arrived at the house. When there was no answer at the front door, they went to the backyard and found the dead man. The woman was found inside. Both were shot dead. Both were shot at least once, Holt said. Fortunately, the children were unharmed. Holt said it appears someone entered the home by force, and there was an altercation inside before the shooting happened. There is no history of nefarious activity at the home, Holt said, and officers had not been called there before. So it's just pretty unusual, pretty innocent-looking couple, with starting a family, running their own small business, to be selected for this home invasion. That's what just remains. Like, why did the suspects choose choose this particular home? And that's the story there, man. That is the story there. All right, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. And I will see you in the next video. Later, man.